you ready for your math pages today? All right, you should have this page, page 68 and 69 out, okay? All right, let's look at page 68. Remember, we've been talking about nickels and dimes. We've been counting by tens and by fives. We're going to learn a different way that we can count by fives today. The twins could not wait to get to the bank. Mom told them they would leave in about 20 minutes. How long is 20 minutes, Mom? Charlotte asked, forgetting how time telling worked. I'll explain it to you after we get home from the bank, responded Mom, okay? All right, Mom, thank you, said Charlotte. So at the bank, a very helpful lady, known as a bank teller, assisted the twins in recounting their dimes and nickels, then counted out 8 $1 bills into their awaiting hands. The twins couldn't wait to get home and began to work on cards for Hiro and Natalia to include with their gifts of money for them. And after their adventure at the bank, Mom remembered her promise to help Charlotte with time telling. Mom sat down at the table with the twins and began by drawing a circle and asking them how many minutes are in 1 hour. They remembered Grandpa and Grandma telling them that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Each number on the clock, the 1 through 12, represents 5 minutes. So let's look at this clock right here. I'm going to pull this up. You see this? Okay. Now remember, in one day, there's 24 hours. Okay. But our clock only has 12. That's because 12 plus 12, when you have two 12s, that equals 24. And so in one day, this hand has to go around the clock 2 times, and then it will be a 24-hour day. Now, between each of these numbers on the clock, there are 5 minutes. That's why we count by fives when we count minutes. Okay? So this would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and this starts back over at 0 or 60 because there's 60 minutes in an hour. Okay? All right, let's see if we can look at our next page here. All right, you see this page here. Now, by counting by fives, you can see that there are 60 minutes in an hour. It all began coming back to Charlotte now. She remembered Grandma teaching her and Charlie about the clock and how the hour hand goes around the clock 2 whole times in one day. She also remembered that the first time the hands go around is known as AM or morning. The second time they go around is PM or afternoon and evening. We're going to use our clock to narrate the minutes by fives. Okay, we're gonna do it together. So let's look right here. Remember that we were talking about, let me get a different color here. Remember we were talking about how these are, each one of these, when we count minutes, we count by fives. So this is 5, this is 10, this would be 15. I'm going to have to make this a little bit less fat. Okay, this would be 20. This would be 25. This would be 30. This would be 35. This would be 40. This would be 45. This would be 50. This would be 55. And this would be 60 or 0. Okay? Now, let's do a little practice, okay? I'm going to use red just so you can see it. Now, I'm going to draw the long hand. Now, remember, the short hand is the one that points to the hour. Okay, so we're going to do 1. Now, if this is what it would be, this would be 1 o'clock. Because remember, when the long hand points to the 12, we say that it's o'clock. Okay? But what if the long hand pointed to this? Well, we always look at the shorthand first so we can see what hour it is. So the hour would be 1, but it's not a clock, is it? So that means we have to count and see what the minute is. 5, 10, 15. So this time would be 1:15. Okay, let's try a different one. What if the hour hand was pointing to 8? Now you know this would be 8 o'clock, right? But what if the long hand was pointing to the 5? Well, it would be 8 and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It would be 8:25. Okay, does that make sense to you? All right, so what I'd like for you to do then is fill in the missing numbers on your paper. There's some here and there's some missing. You got to count through 60 by 5s. So you got to put all the numbers here that are missing. All right? Okay, when you're done, make sure you show this page to your mom, okay? All right, that's all for today.